Welcome to Shirley Povich Field for tonight's matchup between the Bethesda Big Train and the Alexandria Aces. I'm Sean McAvoy, joined with nobody in the booth tonight, just by myself. I'm usually the team's writer, but Carson and Zach, our usual broadcasters, are out. But we should have a fun matchup between a game between two teams that sit second in their respective divisions. For starting lineups tonight, we should have, for the Aces, Elijah Grant starting off, William Bearclaw in the two-hole, Hunter White, followed by Daniel McGinnis, Brad Larson, then Matthew Pizak, Jack Warner, and Jackson Scrow, followed by Liam Irving in ninth. For the Big Train, different lineup than the first game. Will Hack leading off, followed by Cal Johnson, then Brennan Wright, Parker Corbin, then Emilio Gonzalez, Jack Gagan, TJ Gramasty out in left field, Ryan Foscalo 8th, and Zachary Malfazio 9th. Should be a good game tonight. Should have been played June 12th and June 22nd, but we finally have the Big Train and the Aces at Shirley Povich Field, and we'll be back on the Big Train Baseball Network after this. Instead of Austin Monahan on the mound, it's going to be Alan Soler tonight. 4 games this season for him, 9 innings pitched. He's got a 5.00 ERA, 5 earned runs, 5 strikeouts. Last game pitched this season came against the Metro South County Braves on June 20th. He pitched 3 innings, gave up 3 hits and 2 earned runs, struck out 3 batters as he warms up. The lefty. It's going to be William Bearclaw as kind of the leadoff batter for the Aces. We played the first batter in the original June 12th matchup before the rain started to come down. So Elijah Grant should be on first, and it's going to be a 1-0 count to Bearclaw. It's 2 teams that the Big Train come into this matchup 13-8, and the Aces are 11-11, both second in the North and South divisions. Aces lost 2 nights ago to the Crop Dusters, 10-1, while the Big Train are on a 3-game win streak. They won against the DC Griffin in a game, but they're up by 12 after 5, so that was it. Before that, they picked off the Giants and the Aces in Alexandria on Thursday. Stepping into the batter's box for the Aces will be designated hitter Daniel McGinnis. He's second in hits, total hits this season in the Ripken League with 31. He's got a 998 OPS. Against the Big Train on Thursday, 1 for 4, 2 strikeouts. As he misses that one right there for an 0-1 count. Nice breaking ball from Soler right there. Got McGinnis to whiff. A 1 count now for Soler. So that one is low in the dirt. McGinnis is in the portal right now, but played last season at Eastern Mennonite. Played in 36 games, started 36 games too, had 33 RBIs and 5 home runs. 49 hits on the season, 15 of those were doubles. He's third in the Ripken League in batting average at 408, as that one gets fouled up towards down the first baseline. Gonzalez will be under it, and he gets it for the first out of this top of the first inning. Number 8 for the Aces, Brad Larson, comes in. He committed to Wofford recently, played last season at Rhodes College. As another lefty for these Aces. He's tied for 17th in the Ripken League in stolen bases. He's compiled 7 of those this year as Soler. A little bit low for him right there, 1-0 count. But for Larson, 273 batting average, 711 OPS on the season. He's got 8 RBIs, no home runs, 1 double, 1 triple. That's a line drive down the first baseline as Malfazio runs to it. And that is another run, and that should be a triple for Larson right there. Second triple of the season for him, and that's another RBI, his 9th of the season. Now a 3-0 lead for the Aces. The catcher now, Matthew Pizak, goes to UPenn, Ivy League school. 8th in slugging percentage in the Ripken League, 541 at that mark, and he's 4th in hit by pitches. He's compiled 8 of them, only 7 walks this year as he steps in, the righty. Soler down the middle for a strike. Oh, 1 count now for Soler. And that one's going to be low in the dirt with a man on third, that being Larson. Swing and miss there from Pizak. It's to make it a 1-2 count now for Soler. Needs to limit the damage. The Big Train have been good in their past couple games. Past 2 games with getting out to early leads, but against the Aces, they did have to come back. And Soler swinging a miss there for his first strikeout of the day and second out of the inning. As now Jack Warner, the right fielder for the Aces, steps into the right side batter's box, the lefty. He's also out of UPenn. He was first team All Ivy League designated hitter in the spring. 742 OPS, 31 games. He had 1 home run and 14 RBIs. For the Aces, he's played in 17, as that one is down the middle for a strike. He's got a 1.036 OPS plus, or I guess OPS for the Aces this year. 2 home runs, 8 RBIs. He did have a home run against the Big Train, went 2 for 4. It was a solo shot. And he gets that one towards Gonzalez. And that should be an easy play for him to get the third out of the inning. The Big Train give up 3 runs, but here comes their offense as we'll go to the bottom of the first inning on the Big Train Baseball Network. It's Jack Rucker on the mound, the left-hander for the Aces, number 47 out of Salisbury University. Last pitch against the DC Grays on the 24th. Only has 1 appearance. It was 3 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned run, giving up 4 strikeouts on the game. He pitched the last 3 innings, racking up 67 pitches. For the Big Train, it's going to be the center fielder, Will Hack, now up to bat. He's tied for 12th this season in the Ripken League in walks. He's 6 behind the Aces, Jackson Scarell. He's tied for first in sacrifice flies with the Braves' Alejandro Vasquez, as Warner now deals. And Hack will make contact down the first base line, but that one is foul to make it a 0-1 count. Hack this season's produced 16 RBIs in his 19 games. He's got a .274 average as Warner now deals. And Hack will get that one towards left field, but it is caught by the Aces left fielder, Liam Irving. But that brings in a home run hitter in these previous games with Cal Johnson playing second base tonight, or shortstop tonight for the Big Train as he steps into the left side batter's box, the right-hander. He's tied for first in the Ripken League in home runs as Warner deals. That one is inside for a 1-0 count. Johnson this season, he's got 5 home runs, 19 RBIs, a 1.086 OPS. as he makes contact. That one is high into right field. Should be an easy one right there for the Aces right fielder, Jack Warner. And now that brings in designated hitter Brennan Wright, the lefty, for the Big Train. He lost his 44-game on-base streak against the Thunderbolts. Came in, went 0 for 1, but he's tied for 12th in walks. 6 behind the Aces' Jackson Scrow this season. 2 outs now for Wright as Warner winds up, and that hits him right in the back. And that will be easy way to get on base for Brennan Wright. And it's going to be Parker Corbin now coming in to the batter's box, the left-hander from the right side batter's box. He's recorded an at-bat in the last 5 games, been with the team a little while, finally getting his chances. He is playing third base tonight for the Big Train. 8 games this season, a .250 average, a .958 OPS. He's got 2 doubles, 3 RBIs as Warner deals. That one is far outside. It's making a 1-0 count. Cal Johnson on first. He's got 5 stolen bases this season. Hasn't been caught stealing once. For Corbin, he did play last season at Maryland, but now is committed to Akron. Recently did that, was in the transfer portal as Warner deals. That one is high. Looked a little inside too. 2-0 count now for Corbin. The plate discipline has been stellar over the course of the season for this Big Train team. They have been getting on base because of walks, hit by pitches there, as Wright showed off. And that one is outside to make it a 3-0 count. Game yesterday against Sunday game against the Silver Spring Tacoma Thunderbolts was postponed, but did play a game on Saturday. It was a 14-1 win over the Grays, and that one does clip the zone to make it a 3-1 count now for Corbin. Before that, too, it was a 10-0 win at Gaithersburg on Friday and a 8-6 comeback win against the Aces on Thursday. So 3-game win streak now for the Big Train. As Wright steals second, easy slide, no throw from the Aces catcher, Matthew Pizak. 3-2 count. That was a strike against Corbin. Rucker this season does have 3.00 ERA, as that one is outside, and Corbin will walk. First baseman, different number for Emilio Gonzalez these past couple of games. Number 46, not his usual 45, but I think it might be semi-permanent change. Might be that for the rest of the season. But power hitter, averaging .290 average, went 1 for 6 last time against the Aces, as Rucker now deals. That one gets the zone. 0-1 count for the lefty. Triple Crown winner last season, so he led in batting average, home runs, and RBIs. Tied for 4th in RBIs this season, 5 behind the Braves' Robert Kelly, and tied for 8th in doubles, which he's 3 behind teammate Daniel Machado. So that one clips the zone again. 0-2 count now for number 46, Emilio Gonzalez. Against the Grays, he went 2 for 3 with 1 walk and a fly out in that contest. He did have a strikeout, 2 groundouts, and 2 flyouts, as Rucker now deals. That one is outside, double steal, and Corbin is safe. And Wright, no throw towards him on third base. Now, 2 runners in scoring position for the Big Train. That was easy right there. That was a good play by the Aces shortstop, Jackson Scrow, to make sure that ball did not go into the outfield on the throw from the backstop from Pizak. Rucker now deals, and Gonzalez misses that one for the 3rd out of the inning. Big Train can't get one back, but we'll move to the top of the 2nd inning on the Big Train Baseball Network. Top of the second inning now on the Big Train Baseball Network. Jackson Scrow stands in, the righty for the Aces. He's first in the whole entire league in plate appearances, and he's first in walks. He's compiled 22 of those over the course of the season. As Soler now takes the first pitch, but that one is a strike. 0-1 count now for Alan Soler. UCF product has pitched 4 games for the Big Train. So that one's inside to make it a 1-1 count. Only has given up 9 walks to opposing hitters, has hit 2 of them this season. 0-2 count. 0-2 count. That one did clip the zone. Excuse me. As Soler now, that one is high. That one will be a 1-2 count. Scrow played last season with Haverford, D3 college. He's a New Jersey native, went to Hopewell, or is from Hopewell, went to Lawrenceville High School. It's now a 1-2 count for Soler. Will make contact over to Corbin. He gets that, throws it to first. Nice pick from Gonzalez. That will be the first out of the inning for the Big Train. Number 7, Liam Irving steps into the batter's box for the Alexandria Aces. He's playing left field tonight for them. This season, Irving, out of Allegheny College, he's played in 16 games for the Aces, a 2.57 average. As that one is a strike. First pitch of the at-bat. 0-1 count now for Soler. He's had 9 hits over the course of the season. 695 OPS, 9 walks, 4 RBIs. The righty. Soler deals. That one is low. Let's make it a 1-1 count. To go over the defense for the Big Train, it's Jack Gagan behind the dish. Emilio Gonzalez at first. Second base will be TJ Gramercy as Soler. That one is fouled down the first base line, but out of play into the parking lot. Third base will be Parker Corbin. Shortstop will be Cal Johnson. Left field, Ryan Foscolo. Center field, Will Hack. And right field, Zachary Malfazio with Brendan Wright DHing. Liam Irving now prepares for Soler's pitch in the 1-2 count. He'll foul that one back, kind of the same spot as before, over towards the kids' fun zone in the pavilion, down, I guess, behind the first base line, behind the first base grandstands. It's a game that should have been played June 12th and also June 22nd, but rain stopped that as that one is high to make it a 2-2 count. I think the scoreboard is a little bit late now as Elijah Grant is in the on-deck circle, leadoff hitter. And that one is high. That should be a 3-2 count. Yes, and the umpire says it is. Scoreboard still reads a 2-2, but I believe ours says 3-2. Soler now trying to get the second out at the top of the second inning. And that's a swing and a miss there from Irvin. A nice heater high in the zone for the strikeout. Soler's second strikeout of the day. Here comes Elijah Grant, the left-hander. He's 5'8", 150. He's short, but he's tied for first in triples this season. He started the game off with a walk. 2-out situation for Soler. And that's a swing and a miss on a nice breaking ball right there. 0-1 count now for Soler with 2 outs in the inning. Grant did score. And that's another swing and a miss for Grant right there to make it a 0-2 count. Grant did score in the top of the first inning, the 3-run top of the first for the Aces to start this game. But Big Train will try to crawl back like they did in their 8-6 win. Soler now deals another swing and miss to end the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts from Alan Soler to end this top of the second inning. And we'll be back on the Big Train Baseball Network. It's going to be Jack Gagan now for the Bethesda Big Train in the bottom of the second inning now. Just no runs in the first for the Big Train. Did give up 3, trying to crawl back into this game. Gagan is in the portal right now, but did play last season at Tusculum. Had a 600 OPS in 32 games. No home runs, but 14 RBIs. As the lefty Jack Rucker deals, and that will be a strike to start the bottom of the second inning. The season for the Big Train, 7 games for Gagan. Does have a brother on the team, Bradley Gagan, the pitcher. But it is Jack in the batter's box now. Swing and a miss there for the second strike. 0-2 count now for Rucker. But 7 games this season for Gagan, 235 average. He has 652 OPS, 6 RBIs this year, and he has stolen 1 base. As that one is outside. 1-2 count now against Gagan. Rucker now deals in the 1-2 count. And Gagan swinging a miss. And that will be Rucker's second strikeout of this game. And here comes the second baseman, TJ Gramercy, a different position for him. Caught most. That was his main position to start this season, was catcher, and then played a couple in left field, but now playing second base tonight. And a couple injuries has decimated this Big Train team. It's Gramercy now, the righty. And he makes contact towards third base. And that will be an out right there. From the Aces, William Burkwaw to Hunter White. Quick hit right there. Ground ball towards third base. Coming in for the Bethesda Big Train will be Ryan Foscolo, playing left field tonight. He's 8th this season in doubles. 4 doubles in the Ripken League. He's 3 behind Machado. Tied for 14th in slugging percentage, which is 3rd on the Big Train, 904 as record deals. That one is catches strike zone. 0-1 count now to Foscolo. Did not play in the last game against the Aces, but did play the 24th against the Thunderbolts, and he makes contact there, and that one will get down. A nice little bloop single right there towards right field for Foscolo. And that will be a single to start his day. As the running outfielders come here, ended by the the 9 hole, and Zachary Malfazio, the right fielder tonight. He's shown his power off this season. He's tied for 3rd in the Ripken League in home runs. He's one behind the Senators' Bud Combs and Cal Johnson for the Big Train. 4th in slugging percentage, which is 2nd on the Big Train at .955. So nice power to end your lineup as Rucker deals. And that one is outside for the righty. 1-0 count now. Malfazio has played in 16 games, 327 average and 955 OPS, as I alluded to. 4 home runs, 12 RBIs, 2 doubles. 10 strikeouts on the season for him. Rucker now stretches. Malfazio will make contact towards left field, but the Aces left fielder will get that. Liam Irving out there, but they get one on base, but can't capitalize, as we'll go to the top of the 3rd inning in a 3-0 game on the Big Train Baseball Network. Soler back out on the mound for the Big Train, UCF product. For the Aces, it will be their 3rd baseman, the number 2 hitter, William Burqua. Committed to Columbia now. He's only played in 3 games for the Aces now to start the top of the 3rd inning. Soler deals outside and in the dirt for a 1-0 count. The Big Train will be back at home, back at Shirley Povich Field tomorrow night at 7 o'clock to play the Southern Maryland Senators before they go on the road and play at Alexandria on the 2nd. And Burkwall gets that one to right field, and that one is off the wall. Malfazio throws it in. Burkwall is safe at 2nd. Has to dive, and nice play for Malfazio. He kind of stopped running, and it duked me out right there. Thought he was over the wall, but it just landed just before and hit the outfield wall in right field. But now, man on 2nd for Hunter White, the lefty for the Aces. Played last season or in the spring with West Liberty as he gets that one towards left field, and that will be an easy out there for Ryan Foscolo for the first out of this inning. And Slayer will probably want to try to move quickly through this Aces lineup that is 2nd in the Ripken League South Division. They're 11-11 this season as the designated hitter, Daniel McGinnis, steps into the batter's box for the Aces. Soler will be high, and that one gets out of the glove of Gagan right there, and that will be an easy move to 3rd base there from Burkwaw. McGinnis 0 for 1 tonight. For the season, he has a .998 OPS, played in the spring for Eastern Mennonite a D3 school, but is in the portal right now. Solaire deals, and he will hit that one up towards center field and hack, and he might have lost it. No, it is the right fielder, Malfazio, that gets it. And that will be a run right there, the fourth one of the game for the Aces. And that's Burkwall coming in. It was Malfazio came sprinting from right field, and I had my eyes set on Hack in center right there, and he kind of seemed like he might have lost it in the sky, but Malfazio comes in to get the second out of the inning and does not allow a hit right there for the Aces, but the runner on third, Burkwall, comes in as now Brad Larson up to hit. Center fielder tonight for these Aces. Wofford commit, played last season at Rhodes College. See what he can do from the right side batter's box, the lefty. Solaire deals, and that one is low and inside. 1-0 count now with 2 outs. It was a comeback win the last time the Big Train played the Aces. 8-6 victory at Frank Mann Field in Alexandria. As that one is a nice frame from Gagan, and that is a 1-1 count now and a strike for Solaire against Larson. Bethesda was down 6-1 entering the top of the 7th inning, but rattled off 6 runs to win that one 8-6. As that one is low for a 2-1 count now for Solaire. 2 outs, so he's going to try to get out of this one as best as he can. No base runners on, at least, for the Aces. And Big Train not wanting to go into a deeper deficit as that one is inside for now a 3-1 count. Larson this season has 9 walks, been hit by a pitch 4 times, has a double and a triple, 7 stolen bases, hasn't been caught stealing. As the catcher Matthew Pizak stands due up in the order for the Aces. Solaire now in the 3-1 count, deals. So that one is inside, and that will be Larson's 10th walk of the season. That will be Solaire's also his 10th walk given up this year. So both reached double digits in their respective categories. Pizak now stands into the batter's box, the left side batter's box for the righty. He's 0 for 1 tonight with a strikeout. Solaire trying to make that happen again with 2 outs. And foul tip right there for the first strike of this at-bat. Pizak from Round Rock, Texas, went to Stony Point High School. He was Central Texas Defensive Player of the Year in high school as he gets that one down the third base line. Ground ball, but that is foul. Keeps on going. So an 0-2 count with 2 outs now for Alan Solaire. See if he can close this inning for the Big Train and just get out with 1 run giving up. So he shakes off Gagan, but now is ready for the pitch. Looks over towards first, but steal right there from Larson. He is safe. Ball there for Solaire. Now a 1-2 count. That is Larson's 8th stolen base this season. Pizak now. That one is low. Now a 2-2 count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs for Alan Solaire and the Big Train defensive lineup. Kind of never give up attitude for this Big Train squad. If they're kind of close in these games, they tend to make them interesting late. As he will get that one towards third base and Parker Corbin, and he throws it to Emilio Gonzalez, and that will be the 3rd out of the inning. Big Train strand 1 runner, but give up a run. Now a 4-0 game as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning on the Big Train Baseball Network. Welcome you back to the Big Train Baseball Network as Will Hack, the righty, steps into the batter's box. A 4-0 lead for the Aces now as it's the bottom of the third inning. The Big Train will try to get some runs and especially some hits and some base runners to start the third inning and maybe get back into this one, but still early as Jack Rucker still on the mound for the Aces and Will Hack in the batter's box as he'll make contact, but that one goes straight down. That will be a foul ball. Cal Johnson due up now for the Big Train, his power bat, but Hack, he has produced 16 RBIs this season for the Big Train. 0-1 count now for the James Madison product as he makes contact towards the second baseman. Grant gets to that, throws it to Hunter White at first for the first out of this inning. Quick out there for Rucker. He's thrown 25 pitches to start this inning. That's a couple more there for him. His last appearance, he threw 67 pitches against the Grays. As Cal Johnson steps in, that will be outside and high for a 1-0 count towards Johnson. He had a 2-home run game against the Grays on the 27th, the last time we were here, and that one will be a strike towards him, 1-1. Hit one from the left side batter's box. He is a switch hitter. He went from the left side and the right side in that game. One home run going over the left field wall and one going over the right field as he makes contact there, going towards right field. But the Aces will get that one. Right fielder Jack Warner gets that. It was hard hit off the bat, but a little bit more of a fly ball than a line drive. What Johnson would have wanted in that situation. Now 2 outs, 2 quick outs for the Aces and Rucker now, and it will be Brennan Wright stepping into the batter's box from Starkville, Mississippi. 6'2", 190 pounds. He was all Sun Belt second team as a second baseman in the spring. And that one will be outside for a 1-0 count now. Wright, he went 2 for 4 against the Aces. 1 RBI, 2 walks, 2 groundouts in that one. As Rucker gets a strike there. 1-1 count. One kind of seemed like it was a strike the whole way through, but for Wright, he's got 16 walks this season, 6 stolen bases, hasn't been caught stealing once. As Rucker, he makes contact there, but that one goes straight down to the dirt for the second strike and a foul ball there. 1-2 count with 2 outs now. It's going to be the third baseman, Parker Corbin, next up for the Big Train. Hopefully, if Wright gets on base, then he will be up, but one inside there, and that one will be fouled back. Keeps the at-bat alive for the Big Train and for Brennan Wright out of South Alabama. Did play against the DC Grays, went 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs, a walk, a double, a strikeout, and a ground out in that one. As Rucker tries to get out of the bottom of the third inning. Wright makes contact up towards the second baseman, towards the shortstop, to first base. Jackson Scrow to Hunter White. That will be 3 quick outs for the Big Train. Still trailing 4-0 as we go to the top of the 4th inning on the Big Train Baseball Network. Alan Solaire's night is done for the Bethesda Big Train after 3 innings pitched and 55 total pitches. Head coach Sal Colangelo turns to the left-handed pitcher, staying lefty, with Charlie Hoagland now out there. He's played in 4 games for the Big Train, 15.2 innings pitched. Got a 4.6 ERA and 1.72 WHIP. He's given up 8 earned runs, 16 strikeouts, is 0-1 this season. Has given up a home run, has given up a double and a triple too. But he will try to not give up any more runs and put the Big Train into a bigger deficit to start this game. It will be Jack Warner into the box for the Aces. That one is outside, 1-0 count. Warner tonight is 0 for 1, just 1 at bat. As that's a strike there. 1-1 count now for the new pitcher, Charlie Hoagland, out of East Carolina University. Before that, he is from Dayton, Ohio. Is that one 2-1 count? Not a strike right there. Hoagland's last appearance for the Big Train, he's made 4 of them, but the last one came against Silver Spring Tacoma, as that's a swing and a miss there for Warner. 2-2 count. He pitched against the Thunderbolts on June 24th. 2.2 innings, 5 hits, 5 earned runs given up. Did record 3 strikeouts. As that swing and a miss there for Warner. That will be his first strikeout tonight. Jackson Scrow comes in now. The righty. But Solera, nice breaking pitch right there for his first strikeout and the first out of the top of the 4th inning. He's recorded at least 3 strikeouts in all appearances this season. The one against the Thunderbolts was his least amount of innings pitched, as that one is a strike. It was 2.2. The 2 appearances before that, he pitched 5 innings against the Giants on the 21st of June and the Grays on the 19th, as that one clips the strike zone. 0-2 count now with 1 out for Hoagland against Jackson Scrow, the Aces shortstop. Hoagland now, interesting lineup. The lefty is that one right back to him, and he'll toss it over to Emilio Gonzalez right there to get the second out at the top of the 4th inning. Getting through this Aces lineup pretty quickly in his first inning of work. I guess his first 2/3 of an inning. Aces do have 4 hits tonight. Steps into the batter's box, the 9-hole, Liam Irving, as that one is taken for a strike. Start this at bat. 0 for 1. Irving is also 0 for 1 tonight. Did have a strikeout in his first time up. As he makes contact there, back to Hoagland, gets it to Gonzalez, and that's back-to-back. 1-3. Outs right there for the Big Train as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning in a 4-0 game on the Big Train Baseball Network. Same pitcher for the Alexandria Aces now in the bottom of the fourth inning, Jack Rucker, but a different voice on tonight's broadcast. It's not Carson Cass. It's Sean McAvoy. Different voice, but I am here tonight. Usually the team's writer, but Carson Cass, Zach Lewis out tonight, different obligations. So I guess they turn to the bullpen, and I'm in that position for play-by-play by myself tonight. As Parker Corbin stands in, he makes contact towards first baseman right there, an easy out from Hunter White for the Aces. Another quick out for the Big Train. They haven't really been able to do any damage tonight against Rucker and against this Aces team. Only just one hit. Emilio Gonzalez now stands in, trying to change the fortune early in this one for the Big Train. Gonzalez was the Triple Crown winner last year. Tied for fourth in RBIs in the league. We'll see what he can do, as that one is outside. The lefty tonight, over the course of the season, he has a 290 average, 760 OPS. Against the Grays, he was 2 for 3 with a walk, as he'll sky that one high, deep towards center field. Who will get that one? It looks like it will be the Aces center fielder Brad Larson for the second out. That's bottom of the fourth inning, excuse me. The catcher now, Jack Gagan, comes in for the Big Train, but another easy out right there for the Aces. Jack Rucker, the lefty starting pitcher for Alexandria, hasn't really been challenged too much tonight. See if Jack Gagan can start a 2-out rally for the Bethesda Big Train. The catcher, as he takes that one for a strike, wearing number 19, Gagan. He is a righty in the batter's box out of Ashburn, Virginia, kind of close to where I live. Went to Independence High School. As that one is outside for a 1-1 count. He played last year for Southern Maryland Senators in the Cal Ripken Senior Collegiate Baseball League. Played 7 games for them, had a 966 OPS, but he's already played 7 for the Big Train. As he makes contact there towards the second baseman, Grant. Can he beat it out? That's a bad throw from Grant. Off the base goes White, and that is a single maybe for Gagan. Might be called in E4 there on Grant. Have to see what looks like that will be a single for Jack Gagan. Kind of a tough play there for Grant. So good not to be called an error on him, but TJ Gramesty now steps in, number 1 for the Big Train. Played last year at FAU for the Big Train. 17 games, as that one is a strike for an 0-1 count for the righty, TJ Gramesty, who is playing second base tonight. Looks like it might be a courtesy runner there for Jack Gagan, as, yeah, he strolls back. 24, Aaron Rittenau. His brother Aiden is a pitcher on this team. He's played in 5 games. Did not play against the Aces. And last time these two teams played each other. Last game he had an at-bat and was the 19th against the Giants. As that one is outside for a 2-1 count, I believe. 1-1 count, my fault. Rittenau does not have a stolen base this year, but does have 2 RBIs and a 619 OPS. As that one's a swing and a miss. Now that's a 1-2 count with 2 outs against Gagan. Not 2 balls, 1 ball for the catcher, for the Big Train's catcher. Rucker now delivers to try to get out of this inning. Gramesty will make contact. That's down the first base line. That's high. And Grant will get to it. Was in fair territory. But that will be the 3rd out. At this bottom of the 4th inning, Big Train still putting up 0 runs to start this game and down by 4 runs against the Alexandria Aces on the Big Train Baseball Network. Welcome back to the Big Train Baseball Network. In the top of the 5th inning now, as the Aces' Elijah Grant steps up to the batter's box, the lefty. He'll be in the right side batter's box. But Charlie Hoagland stays on the mound for the Bethesda Big Train. Got out of the 4th inning after only 10 pitches. Struck out a batter too, as that one is inside for a 1-0 count. Grant tonight, he does have a walk and is 0 for 1. That walk, as he makes contact there towards Corbin. Slow one. Corbin has to get out quick. Nice stretch from Gonzalez to get Grant out at first. That was a unbelievable play right there from Gonzalez. Kind of almost did the splits out there, but that's kind of been his go-to defensively. I mean, he is listed as 6'4", so he does have that long reach at first base, and that was a nice quick throw from Corbin at third to get the first out of this top of the 5th inning. Now for the Aces, it will be Bearcall, as that one's a strike. 0-1 count. Bearcall tonight, he is 2 for 2. Has scored 2 runs. Did produce a double. So that one will be a ball against Hoagland. 1-1 count now for the Big Train and Hoagland, as the lefty now delivers. Pulls back the bunt there, White, as that one is inside. 2-1 count now. William Bearclaw up to bat. Hunter White will be next. Bearclaw committed to Columbia. Another Ivy League guy, as that one is outside for a 3-1 count now. Nice plate discipline this at-bat for him. Did play at Gettysburg College. Pennsylvania native, too. As that one swing and a miss. Nice breaking ball from Hoagland there. Kind of got Bearclaw swinging out of his shoes. Kind of did not put any bat to that ball. 3-2 count now, as he'll make contact towards center field. And Hack is in on it for an easy second out of this inning. That was a lot easier for Hack. Just had to take a couple steps in. He got that one fly ball there from Bearcall. But it is Hunter White now up to bat. Kind of guessed he was going before this, but he is now up 3-hole. As that one inside. 1-0 count. His first team all MEC, all conference at West Liberty in 2026, as that one is a strike. 1-1 count He's got West Liberty. It was a 1.186 OPS. He had a 4.03 average, a great year for him. As he makes contact, gets past Hoagland, well, that will be the second baseman, TJ Gramercy, to get White out. Nice throw to Gonzalez right there. Had to come in on it, but he gets him out. As we'll head to the bottom of the fifth inning. Big Train trying to come back, down 4-0. As we'll be back on the Big Train Baseball Network. Jack Rucker still on the mound tonight for the Alexandria Aces. Has pitched the previous 4 innings. Hasn't given up a run. Only given up 2 hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, and 43 total pitches and 16 batters faced to start this game. For the Big Train, it'll be Brian Foscolo. Steps into the batter's box. The righty. As Rucker delivers, and that one is a strike to start the bottom of the 5th inning. The Big Train Baseball Network. 0-1 count now for Foscolo. He's 1 for 1 tonight, as that one is high. 1-1 count now against him. He did redshirt this past season at the University of Kentucky, which the team did make it to the NCAA tournament. So that one is low. 2-1 count now for Foscolo. For him, 12 games this season in Bethesda, 326 average, 3 walks, 3 hit by pitches. So that one will be the second strike at this at bat. 2-2 count now. He's got 5 doubles and a home run this year, Foscolo. No triples yet. He's got 1 stolen base over the course of the season. His record now delivers in the 2-2. Foscolo will foul that one down the first base line, and that one will be towards the kids' fun zone. 3 kids sprint over to get that one. Almost hit the batting cages down. It's behind the first base grandstand. 2-2 count now. Foscolo keeps the at-bat alive. Rucker now deals. That one will be high and outside. 3-2 count now. For the number 8 batter in the Big Train's lineup, Zachary Malfazio will come in after him, the right fielder. Foscolo playing left field tonight for the Big Train. 3-2. So that one will be inside, and he walks. His 4th walk of the season. And puts 1 base runner on for the Big Train. And 0 outs this inning. Jack Rucker kind of looking around, but he's had a good start to this game. A good 4 innings pitched. Zachary Malfazio now steps into the batter's box from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, goes to University of Central Florida, UCF, as that one is outside. 1-0 count now. Tonight, He is 0 for 1 to start this game. Has shown some power this season. A lot of power, actually. Tied for third in home runs in the Ripken League. And we'll see with one base runner on what he can do as he makes contact there, but that is fouled straight back into the parking lot, most likely. Can't really see it, but I'd guess so. 1-1 count now for Malfazio. It'll be Will Hack, the center fielder, up to hit for the big train after this with one runner on. Rucker looks over, but he delivers. And that one is outside for a 2-1 count against Zachary Malfazio. The big train will be back in action tomorrow night at home, 7 p.m. start time, just like tonight against Southern Maryland Senators. It's kind of closed the month of June as we look towards July in the playoffs. As Malfazio rips one. That one will be fair into left field. A nice line drive. As he gets in for a double. And that will be safely home right there for Foscolo. Gets around third. Throw is late. That was a nice one to the corner in left field. Foscolo there will be the first run scored for the big train, the first RBI of this game for the big train will be Zachary Malfazio, as Will Hack with a runner on second will try to do some damage to pile on a couple more runs and see if the big train can kind of complete this comeback like they did last time against the Aces. Last time they gave up 3 runs in the bottom of the second inning at Alexandria and at Frank Mann Field. Big Train gave up 3 runs to the Aces in the top of the first inning here, but they crawl back 1 to now only down by 3 as Will Hack, the leadoff hitter, steps in. 1-0 count now as that one was outside and called a ball. 3 hits now for the Big Train over the course of this game, 4 for the Aces. As Rucker deals, and Hack will make contact. Back to Rucker, and he will throw it to first, and Hunter White to get the first out of this inning. Slow ground ball right there. Stays in the infield, left side of the infield. Rucker picks that one up. Quick throw, but an easier throw for him to Hunter Wright. Cal Johnson now has done damage with a base runner in scoring position over the course of the season. Tonight, he is 0 for 2, so trying to change his luck. Will be a Maryland commit. Cal Johnson, rising sophomore from Tampa, Florida, as that one is low. 1-0 count. I think it might have been outside too, but 1-0 count for Johnson. Did play last season at College of Central Florida. Played in 42 games, had 114 at-bats, a 246 average. He had 10 doubles, 4 home runs, and 17 RBIs. As that one will clip the strike zone. 1-1 count now towards Johnson. Be designated hitter, Brennan Wright, will be next up for the Big Train. But Johnson now gets contact, and that one will get down towards the right field line. Johnson will stay at 1, and that will be an easy run for Malfazio. And now that will make it a 4-2 game for the Big Train. Now up to 4 hits this game, but still down by 2. Now man on first for Brendan Wright. That was a nice piece of hitting there from Cal Johnson. Just gets one down in right field in front of the Aces right fielder, Jack Warner. He gets his first RBI and his first hit in this game. Number 27, Brennan Wright, now up to bat as he makes contact to Grant. And that will be a 4-6-3 double play to end this inning. Well, the Big Train do score 2 to make this a 2-run deficit against the Alexandria Aces as we head to the top of the 6th inning on the Big Train Baseball Network. welcome back to Shirley Povich Field as we enter the top of the 6th inning for the big train. Charlie Hoagland still on the mound for Bethesda, has pitched 2 innings tonight. 21 total pitches, has a strikeout, hasn't given up a hit or an earned run. Hasn't walked a guy either. Has faced 6 batters. As that one will be outside, yeah. Has faced the minimum in his 2 innings of work. For the Aces will be Daniel McGinnis, the designated hitter, up to bat. He's 0 for 1 tonight. That one is also outside. 2-0 count now for McGinnis. He's got 1 RBI tonight. As he makes contact there towards left field. But that will be an easy out there. Running in from Foscolo for the big train's first out now at the top of the 6th inning. It's a different voice tonight on the broadcast. We do have video tonight. Thankful for that one. And our producer back here helping me out. But I'm Sean McAvoy, usually the team's writer, but now broadcasting with Carson Cass and Zach Lewis out tonight. But big train down by 2. Hoagland on the mound. Pitching to the Aces, Brad Larson, as that one was a strike. In this pitch, Larson makes contact, but that will be foul. 0-2 count now towards Larson. Larson is 1 for 1 tonight with an RBI. That was an RBI triple. Does have a walk, too. As Larson will make contact. Second base, Gramercy over to Gonzalez. That will be a quick 2nd out of the inning. Now for the Aces, it will be Matthew Pazak, the catcher, as that one is a ball. Alan Solaire down on big train dugout, pitched 3 innings tonight, getting some ice on his arm. Gave up 4 hits, 4 earned runs. Did strike out 3 batters. So that one will be taken for a ball. 2-0 count, but Charlie Hoagland out of East Carolina University will be on the mound now for the big train, as made contact there. So that's Pazak, but 2 outfielders for the big train coming in, but that will be the right fielder, Zachary Malfazio, that gets to that one for the 3rd out of this inning. As we move to the bottom of the 6th inning, big train down by 2 on the Big Train Baseball Network. It's now a different pitcher for the Aces, as Jack Rucker finishes his appearance. Number 24, the right-handed pitcher, Luke Pierce. Did not play last season at Allegheny College, but did play in 2025. He is a rising junior. That 2025 season only made 2 appearances, 2.2 innings. Did record a save, though. He's only pitched 1 game this season for the Aces, and that was against the DC Grays on June 24th. It was 1 inning pitch, 2 strikeouts on 15 pitches. That's been his only appearance. So we'll have to see. He was 1 inning of work against the Grays in between their starter, Jackson Mariano. He pitched 5 innings, and Jack Rucker actually came in to pitch the last 3 innings. So kind of a switch from that June 24th Grays game. Rucker, it started tonight, and now it is Pierce coming in. And that Grays game on the 24th was a 7-2 win for the Aces as the Big Train tried to crawl back into this one. Parker Corbin now into the batter's box for the Big Train. Number 4 hitter. He's 0 for 1 tonight, does have a walk, which he recorded a lot of those against the Aces, 4 to be exact. His other at-bat was a strikeout. So that one is inside. Shows off good plate discipline. Gets the Grays on the 27 for the Big Train. He did record a walk, but was 0 for 3 from the plate in that contest. Corbin played last season at the University of Maryland. As that one is a ball, 3-0 count. So Corbin in another spot to get a walk against the Aces' new pitcher, Luke Pierce. But Corbin played 28 games in 2025 for Maryland, as that's a strike there, 3-1 count now. 2026 with Terrapins, he only had 1 hit, which did go for an RBI. Did play last year for the Big Train, 27 games, had a 762 OPS. As swing and a miss there, 3-2 count now for Corbin after it was 3 straight balls to start this bottom of the 6th inning, but Corbin now full count for Pearson Corbin. Delivers, and that will be inside, and that's another walk for Corbin tonight. The 2nd of the game. And he puts a base runner on for Emilio Gonzalez, the lefty. Power lefty, but hasn't been the best start of the season, especially the best start to this game. He's 0 for 2 tonight with a strikeout. He's left 2 base runners on base, too. Have to see if he can change his fortunes for the Big Train as they trail by 2. And he makes contact there, but that one going foul, and it will be foul towards the bullpen as almost hits the pitchers out there. It looks like they might have been playing hacky sack in the bullpen, but warming up. For the Big Train pitching staff, it was Alan Soler starting this game, pitched 3 innings. Now Charlie Hoagland's come in and pitched 3 hitless innings. Hasn't given up a base runner, too, as that one is high. Good catch there from the Aces, Matthew Pizak. Right-handed pitcher Luke Pierce will try to get out of this inning and try to keep the Aces lead at 2. As Gonzalez makes contact. It's up through the center of the infield as Parker goes for 3. The throw from center field, and he will be safe. And Gonzalez moves to second. Throw there from Brad Larson kind of gets away from the third baseman, William Burklaw. Kind of skips up, and he's safe, and that's runners on 3rd and 2nd now for Jack Yagan, and the Big Train can do some damage right here. 0 outs. TJ Gramsty is next up, and as we look to the Big Train sideline, we do see Daniel Machado out here. Did get injured in the second inning against the Aces. He hit a single, but got picked off at first and kind of injured his shoulder. Does have some ice on there tonight. As, whoa, Gagan, it looks like it hit him, and he does not look happy about that, but he will take his base. Bases loaded now for the Big Train. That one was very close to the head, and it looks like it might have been some jersey contact on that, maybe hit some part of his body, but he will take first. TJ Gramesty now up to bat, the righty for the Big Train. And it will be Gagan coming off for courtesy runner Aiden Rittenauer. As we've seen Gagan do that a good amount this season, head coach Colangelo putting in a courtesy runner. Gramesty, the second baseman tonight, as this will be a mound visit for the Aces. Let's see if Gramesty can do damage here in this position. He is 0 for 2 tonight, but over the course of the season, he has 9 RBIs, had 3 RBIs against the Aces, as it looks like Pierce will stay in, kind of just trying to cool the nerves down for him. And for this Aces team with bases loaded in a 2-run game, Gramesty has a great opportunity to do some damage now. In a 0-out situation, it will be Ryan Foscolo on the on-deck circle, or I guess in the on-deck circle for the Big Train. As Pierce throws a strike there to Gramesty, 0-1 count. Big Train now out hitting this game against the Aces. They are leading 5-4 in the hit department, but down by 2. But can do some damage down the bottom of the 6th for Gramesty. That one is outside. 1-1 count now. Be Corbin on third base, Gonzalez on second, and Gagan hit by pitch, but Aaron Rittenauer will be on first as the courtesy runner for the Big Train's catcher. Pierce now stands in, and he delivers. Nice breaking ball right there. Kind of went high and clipped the top of the zone. 1-2 count now for Gramesty with no outs this inning. Have to see what he can do, even though he's 0 for 2 tonight, but different pitcher. He is second on base percentage. Oh, and he fouls that one back, kind of towards us up here, but the fence, or I guess the netting is there to stop it, but keeps the at-bat alive. 1-2 count. Gramesty this season second on base percentage at a .586. Behind the Senators, Jackson Hayes, as he makes contact down the first base line. That one will be out of play. Another foul ball into the parking lot towards that kids' fun zone down behind the first base grandstand. The Big Train did have a comeback victory against the Aces on the 25th as Pierce delivers, and that one will be low for a 2-2 count. Good eye there from Gramesty. Played most of the season at catcher. He does stand at 5'9", but is a natural outfielder, but not playing either one of those positions tonight is second baseman, as he will foul that one up behind us. Looks like straight back into the parking lot. Keeps us at bat alive. 2-2 count now towards Gramesty, but 5'9" Gramesty, I asked him earlier in the season when he was mostly catching, he was like, do you think teams kind of look past you because of the size? And he was like, yeah, but there's the fun in it. He likes, especially when he's behind the dish, he likes when guys try to steal. And then we'll be outside for a 3-2 count. But defensively for Gramesty, he does lead the Ripken League in runners caught stealing. teams like to run against him, but I think time and time again they kind of figure out why he was back there. But Jack Aiken now catching for the Big Train tonight in these past couple games. Gramercy fouls another one back into the netting. 3-2 count still. And this at-bat keeps on going for Gramercy. As Bazak will come out to talk to Pierce. Ready to cool the nerves down a little bit. It is bases loaded for the Big Train, and they've been deadly in these types of situations, and especially these types of games where they're only down by a couple of runs and they just keep on chipping away. Well, against Alexandria on the 25th, they put 6 past them in the 7th, but they know how to come back for Pierce. And that will be a hit for Gramercy into left field. Here comes Corbin home, and Gonzalez will come home. The throw will be late, and that's 2 runs to tie this game for the Big Train. A nice piece of hitting from TJ Gramercy. A nice little blooper right there to left field in front of the Aces. Left fielder Liam Irving, and that brings home 2 runners. Corbin and Gonzalez are safely home as the throw's late. And it looks like the Aces will come out to talk to Pierce, and it might be game over for him. And it looks like it will be. Well, 4-4, tie game, a nice piece of hitting from Gramercy, as we'll be back on the Big Train Baseball Network to see who's pitching for the Aces. And the Aces bring in Braxton Vicar into this game. Number 33, a right-handed pitcher out of Southeastern University, which is a NAIA school out of Lakeland, Florida. He hasn't played in his 2 seasons there at Southeastern. Did play last summer with the Greenville Yard Gnomes in the Coastal Plain League, but he'll try to get the Aces out of this inning as Luke Pierce just got pulled after giving up 2 runs to the Big Train to tie this game up. The Big Train have runners on first and second for Ryan Foscolo. As he bunts, gets it down. And a trip and fall there, and that's away from Grant. Foscolo safely to first. Vicar kind of went for it. Didn't know if White was getting it. Slip and fall. And the throw for a first baseman, or I guess the second baseman, Elijah Grant, moving over to first. That throw for a guy who's 5'8" was just too high, and Foscolo's safely in. And it will be bases loaded now for the righty, Zachary Malfazio. But as that one will be a strike, 0-1 count for Vicar. He has recorded 4 strikeouts in 3 games this season. His last game was against the Metro South County Braves on June 26th, where he pitched 1 inning, gave up 2 hits, 2 earned runs on 20 pitches, kind of closed that game as that one is in the dirt. 1-1 count now. Bases loaded situation from Malfazio. Before that, he started a game against the Metro South County Braves. He's on June 21st, it was 4 innings pitched, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 strikeouts, and 80 pitches in that start. 8 games he's appeared in, as Malfazio will fly that one. Looks like it will stay in the infield. The Aces shortstop kind of falls right there, but he does stay up. That will be Jackson Scrow for the Aces that gets that out. Gramercy was not really in his way. He was on second base. Nothing he can really do about that, and he's kind of laughing with Grand Scrow about that one, but wasn't really trying to do anything dirty on that play, just trying to move out of the way but stay safely on second base as the leadoff hitter, Will Hack, steps in with 1 out, and Braxton Vicar in as Hack will make contact, but that is out into the parking lot for a foul ball. 0-1 count now. But for Vicar this season, 8 games he's appeared in, 16 innings pitched, 4.5 ERA, a 1.81 whip, 8 earned runs given up, and opponents are batting .268. So that's a nice breaking pitch for an 0-2 count. Clip the zone. He's given up 14 walks and hit 4 batters. Definitely not a situation where you could give up a walk or a hit by pitch. But it's an 0-2 count. He's gotten ahead of Hack. As Hack, and he does go on that one. They do appeal to the first base umpire, and that is a strikeout for Vicar. The second out for the big train this inning as Cal Johnson now coming up to the right side batter's box. He does switch hit, and he will take this at bat as a lefty against the right-handed pitcher, Vicar. Johnson tonight, he is 1 for 3 with an RBI as that one is outside. 1-0 count. Tie ball game. Big Train have scored 2 runs in bottom of the 5th inning and the bottom of the 6th inning. As Vicar, Johnson will foul that one back for a 1-1 count now. 2 outs. Vicar is following Jack Rucker, who pitched 5 innings to start this game, and then Luke Pierce came in, could not record an out, gave up 2 earned runs and 2 hits. But Vicar now in the bottom of the 6th has gotten 2 outs, 2/3 of an inning pitched, and that's a ball. 2-1 count now towards Cal Johnson. It is a power bat for Johnson, as he's shown that off recently. He had a 2 home run game, and he'll make contact there, and that one will get down. A nice line drive right there as Rittenauer gets home and Gramercy gets home, and the throw will be late. And that's a game leading to RBI double right there from Cal Johnson, as the Big Train now lead 6-4. They put up a 4 spot in this bottom of the 6th inning to take the lead. It's kind of familiar. Big Train coming back. Down a deficit early in the game against the Aces, and they keep on chipping back. Last time it happened on June 25th in the top of the 7th inning. Now it's happening in the bottom of the 5th, now at the bottom of the 6th inning. As right now, we'll get that one towards left field, and that will be the 3rd out of this inning. Liam Irving with that out, with that catch for the Aces. But that's 4 runs, and now a 6-4 lead for the Big Train as we go to the top of the 7th inning on the Big Train Baseball Network. Now, as we go to the top of the 7th inning, back here on the Big Train Baseball Network. Big Train in the lead, 6-4. They've got 7 hits tonight. Put up a 4 spot in the bottom of the 6th inning. It'll be Charlie Hoagland still on the mound. 3 innings pitched tonight as he throws to Jack Warner, the right fielder for the Aces. Warner tonight, he's 0 for 2 with a strikeout, as that one is also outside to account. On the flip side of that, Hoagland, 3 innings pitch, has faced the minimum, 9 batters. Does have a strikeout in that time, as Warner gets one towards the shortstop, Cal Johnson, and that will be an out right there to start top of the 7th inning. Nice throw there from 6-3 from the shortstop to the first baseman, Johnson to Gonzalez for the first out, as Hoagland now waits for the call from his catcher, Jack Gagan. And it will be, as that's a knock right there, down into right field. Nice line drive, and he's William Scrow there, shortstop. Thought about going 2, but did not on that one. It was Malfazio got to it quick enough, and he has strong enough of an arm to gun one in towards second base. Will now be the right fielder, Jack Warner. Sorry, it will be the center fielder, Liam Irving, up to hit as he makes contact there. As that one, Gramsty will get that one just on the edge of the outfield for the second out this inning. Liam Irving there with the fly out. Jack Warner was the first out of the inning. Now Liam Irving, the second out. And it will be back to the top of the lineup in Elijah Grant. He's 0 for 2 tonight, but does have a walk, and that walk did come 17 days ago on the 12th to open this game, but he was still on base, and he scored out of that position. There's Grant now, 2 outs, and that will be, and they get him in a pickle, and Johnson will tag. Jackson Scrow kind of gets caught off guard, but that's a nice pickoff attempt from Hoagland, and the Big Train get out of the top of the 7th inning as we stretch now to the bottom of the 7th. And it's 6-4 game for the Big Train on the Big Train Baseball Network. And it looks like Braxton Vicar's night is done after 1 inning pitched, getting out of the bottom of the 6th inning, but did not give up some runs to end that inning as the Big Train take a 6-4 lead. But it will be Ketz Murray now on the mound, the right-handed pitcher for the Aces out of Marymount University in Arlington, Virginia. Has appeared in 5 games this season for the Aces, 12.1 innings pitched, an 8.76 ERA, 12 earned runs, 13 runs in total this season. Has picked up 15 strikeouts. Opposing hitters have a .340 batting average, and he does have a loss in a game that he recorded against the Big Train on the 25th. He relieved Borger in only threw 1.1 innings, but not the best performance from him. It was 1.1 innings, but 5 hits, 6 earned runs given up. Did throw 2 strikeouts on his 45 pitches in the game, but kind of gave the game away for the Aces against the Big Train. He has shown some good stuff. Recorded 7 strikeouts against the Senators on June 14th. That was 5 innings pitched. Only gave up 4 hits and 2 earned runs, but we'll have to see which Murray Big Train get tonight as Corbin leads off, and that gets that one fly ball out to left field, but Liam Irving gets to that one. That's Ketz Murray on the mound, Liam Irving in left field. Parker Corbin for the Big Train is their first out tonight. Now Emilio Gonzalez comes in to hit. The lefty from the right side batter's box with 1 out. And the Big Train up by 2 in the bottom of the 7th inning. Murray now delivers as Gonzalez makes contact, but that will be a foul ball down the, out of the ballpark, out the third baseline. Gonzalez tonight, he is 1 for 3 with a strikeout. Has scored a run, too, when he's been on the bases. As he makes contact there towards Irving in left field, that one is high and does drop in front of him. Gonzalez going towards second as Irving throws that one in. That will be a stand-up double from Gonzalez. That was a nice hit far into the left field corner right there. That one seemed to be towering for forever, but it landed right in front of Irving's feet, and that will be a double. That was a far run for Irving out there, but can't make the play, and it's 1 out with a runner on second for the Big Train catcher, Jack Yagan. Steps in. He's 1 for 2 tonight. 1 strikeout. As Gagan gets that bloop single right there to right field. As he single and Gonzalez gets held up at third base. Runners on the corners now for the second baseman tonight, not the catcher, TJ Gramesty. It was just the catcher right there, Jack Gagan, that got that hit, and he will be coming out for the courtesy runner, Aaron Rittenau, that Big Train head coach Sal Colangelo has done all night. Ketz Murray can't find his stuff against the Big Train in his 2 appearances against Bethesda. He gave up 5 hits and 6 earned runs, and there's already 2 base runners on. So Gramesty gets that one towards the shortstop, and that will be a double play right there to end the inning. From the shortstop to the second baseman over to first. Now, we go to the top of the 8th inning with the Big Train leading 6-4 on the Big Train Baseball Network. Welcome back to the Big Train Baseball Network. As now we're in the top of the 8th inning. Different inning, but same pitcher for the Big Train as Charlie Hoagland. Already pitched 4 innings tonight. Took over for Alan Soler. Soler pitched 3 innings, gave up 4 hits, 4 earned runs. But for Hoagland, 4 innings pitched, only 1 hit given up, no walks, struck out a batter. Has not walked a batter tonight. Only faced 12 batters, as that one's a ball. Against Elijah Grant, the second baseman. He's 0 for 2 tonight, but does have a walk and a strikeout. As Grant makes contact, but that one is fouled back. 1-1 count now. After Grant, it will be the third baseman, William Burkall. After that, it will be the first baseman, Hunter White. Kind of waiting for their chances now in the top of the 8th inning. And so Hoagland delivers. It's a bunt from Grant, the speedster, as that one is foul. Barely trickles foul down there. Grant was running his heart out down in first base, but that one is out. For Grant, he is now committed to Presbyterian College, the D1 school. Played last season at Guilford Tech Community College, where he had over 1,000 OPS. He had played in 48 games, 169 at-bats, 15 home runs, 50 RBIs, 31 strikeouts. He was the MVP for that team. From Lawrence, South Carolina, went to Spartansburg High School. He's tied for first in triples. But he is first in caught stealings and third in stolen bases. As looks like Gagan will go out to talk to Hoagland. 1-2 count now against Grant. You don't want to put him on base, but the Big Train have been good about that tonight, at least. His only time he was on base was when Austin Monahan has pitched him a walk on June 12th, but the rain came down. We couldn't play this game until tonight. Top of the 8th inning, and the Big Train leading 6-4. It's a position that the Big Train like to be. They came back down by 4 runs. As that one is inside for a 2-2 count. Grant has to move out of the way. Big Train up to 9 hits tonight, while the Aces have 5 and an error, defensive error for the Aces. It's Hoagland now outside. 3-2 count. It looks a little low, even though Grant stands at 5'8". Still a little bit low. As Grant makes contact over the third base, Parker Corbin, and that one, Gonzalez, a nice stretch to get him out at first base. That was a nice throw and another nice play from Gonzalez at first. That's that big frame, that 6'4" frame of his to stretch out and get the first runner out. I guess the first hitter out for the Aces in this top of the 8th inning. William Burkall steps in now for the Aces. He's 2 for 3 tonight, and that one is outside. 1-0 count. He's got a double tonight and 2 runs scored for him. As that one is low. Burkall just kind of looks at it. Doesn't want to swing. Lets the count go. 2-0 now for Hoagland. See how much work Hoagland gets now after 4 innings, as that one's inside, and that will be a strike. My fault. 2-1 count now. Not a 3-0 count. 2-1. A little weird position up there. Up here, at least, as that one is low. No signal there. But a weird position from the announcer's kind of room up here. As Hoagland delivers, as that one is a strike. Full count now with 1 out for Hoagland against Burkall. Second batter in the Aces lineup, and he's playing third base tonight for them. So Hoagland delivers. Burkall will make contact towards Johnson. Johnson will scoop that. Another good stretch from Gonzalez to get Burkhalter out at first. The base runner does not look happy about that, but he will make his way towards the first base dugout, and here comes the Aces talking. The dugout is in an uproar after that one, but Aces will be talking to the first base umpire about that one as Hoagland waits. Conversation going on down there, but I think that might be the second out of this inning. It's collegiate summer baseball, not college baseball. We don't really have any replays or anything like that. So that one will be an out. It's what the umpire said it was, and that's what it will be for the second out of this inning. Second out of the top of the eighth inning for the big train. As the Aces now ready. It'll be Hunter White now, first baseman. He was 1 for 3 tonight with 2 RBIs, an RBI double. See if he can get a base runner on or maybe put some damage into this 2-run big train lead. 0-1 count. Now, after that one was called a strike, Hoagland, the lefty. It's that one outside. 1-1 count now with 2 outs. Have to see what Hunter White, the Aces first baseman, can do as he makes contact, but that one is grounded, foul. As the Aces will go and collect that ball in a 1-2 count with 2 outs now for Hoagland. As he delivers, so that one will be outside, trying to work that breaking pitch in, but not really giving him what he likes. 2-2-2. Across the scoreboard. 2-2 count, 2 outs for Hoagland as he delivers, and that one will be outside. Gagan tries to frame it, keeps the ball there for a couple more seconds. See if we can get the home plate umpire to call that a strike, but 3-2 count, full count, 2 outs for Hunter White, Aces first baseman. Hoagland on the mound for the big train. So that one will be outside, and White walks. First base runner for the Aces this inning. Definitely a position that they want to be in when you're down by 2 runs. Daniel McGinnis, the designated hitter, comes up to bat. So for 2 tonight. 1 RBI. He's played in 20 games for these Aces. He makes contact towards Johnson. Johnson kind of bobbles it, and it's under him. Throws it to first, and that is not in time. Gonzalez can't stretch for that one like he's done for the other 2 outs. That might be an error. Yes, it is on Johnson right there. Hard hit, kind of bounces up into his body. Doesn't get it with the glove. Tries to pick it up. Misses it. It's on the ground. Throw is late. Now runners on first and second for the big train. Or for the Aces, excuse me. Big train pitching. And that's contact right there for number 8, Brad Larson. It's center fielder for the Aces tonight. That one is out of play down the third baseline. 0-1 count now with 2 outs. Hoagland trying to get out of this inning. As swing and a miss there. A nice pitch there from Hoagland. Larson doesn't make any contact on it. 0-2 count now with 2 outs. For the big train for Charlie Hoagland. Played his collegiate ball at East Carolina as he delivers. And that's a looking strikeout to end the inning as Hoagland struts off the mound. Leaves 2 base runners on as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. And the big train up 6-4 on the Big Train Baseball Network. Ketz Murray will stay in the game for the Aces. He pitched last inning, gave up 2 hits. As we look at scores around the Ripken League, the Braves and the Grays are playing a doubleheader in Game 1. The Braves won 12-0. That was a final after only 8 innings. If you're leading by 12 after the 7th, that is a final game. The Braves did that. Down the bottom of the 4th, it's kind of a different story between the Braves and the Grays, with the Grays leading 5-0. Bottom of the 6th between the Thunderbolts and the Giants, with the Giants up 6-0. And it's an off day for the Senators and the Crop Dusters today on a Monday. But as we get back to baseball at Shirley Povich Field, Ryan Foscolo steps in, the right-handed hitter for the Big Train in the bottom of the 8th inning. Murray delivers for a strike. Foscolo kind of waiting for his pitch. Looks like a breaking ball. Might have been right there. 0-1 count now for Foscolo in this Big Train that took a 2-run lead in the bottom of the 6th inning. Now leads 6-4. So Murray delivers, and that one is inside. 1-1. Foscolo tonight, 1 for 2 from the plate. Has scored a run. Did pick up a walk, too. It'll be Zachary Malfazio, the right fielder, on the on-deck circle. 1-1 count now as Murray kind of steps back, readjusts, thinks to himself how he can get out of this. And that one is inside. 2-1 count now for Foscolo in the batter's box. Big Trainer 2 for 7 in their leadoff batters tonight. Have to see if Foscolo can put another hit up here, but 2-1 count. As he makes contact, but that one is fouled back. 2-2 count. Big Trainer 6 for 16 with runners on base. They've been kind of deadly tonight, but no runners on right now in the bottom of the 8th inning with 2-2 count and no one out. Ryan Foscolo out of the University of Kentucky, followed by Zachary Malfazio. And Foscolo will hit that one sky high, and Grant will be under that one for the first out of this inning. That was a sky-high ball, kind of this starting to get dark night sky. There's still a little bit of the sun, but sun is down, but you can kind of see that orange out in right field beyond the trees. Zachary Malfazio now steps in against the right-handed pitcher, Ketz Murray, for the Aces. He will make contact there down the third baseline, but that one is foul. Kind of a little bit too early on that one, as the ball ends up by the wall as Liam Irving throws it back in, but that one did go foul. 0-1 count now for Malfazio, as Will Hack, the center fielder, will be the next batter for the Big Train. Malfazio makes contact towards the shortstop, Jackson Scrow. Throws it to first and Hunter White, and that's a nice pick. Nice stretch for White for the second out of the inning for the Aces. 2 outs now for the Big Train, but they're still up by 2 runs. 6-4 game in the bottom of the 8th inning. See if they can tack on a couple more runs. Give their pitchers, which we'll have to see if it's Charlie Hoagland still out there. He's already pitched 5 innings for the Big Train, but has only given up 1 hit. But for the Aces, it's Ketz Murray out of Marymount University. So that one is inside, 1-0 count. Murray's thrown 1 in 2/3 innings tonight. He's given up 2 hits. Has faced 6 batters. Has not recorded a strikeout yet. 1-0 count now. So that one is also inside to Will Hack. 2-0 count now. Hack is 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Not his best night for a leadoff hitter, but one where he can kind of change his fortune in this game. Murray now delivers, as that one is also inside for a 3-0 count. Hack trying to get on base at least once tonight. See if he can do it here, but it's a 3-0 count. It's now Murray. Stands in. That one is a strike. This Hack kind of just looks at it. Another pitch thrown from Mets. Sorry, for Murray. Hack this season is tied for 12th in the Ripken League in walks, but that's a strike there to load it up. 3-2 count with 2 outs. Hack's appeared in 19 games for the Big Train this season, a .410 on-base percentage. He went 1 for 5 the last time against the Aces. Did have an RBI, but 2 groundouts and 2 flyouts. See what he can do here. Murray delivers, and that's a strikeout looking to end this inning. And the bottom of the 8th inning. Big Train can't tack on another as we go to the top of the 9th inning in a 2-run ball game on the Big Train Baseball Network. And it's Charlie Hoagland still on the mound for the Big Train. He's already thrown 5 innings tonight, 55 pitches. We'll see if he can close this game out in this top of the 9th inning for the Big Train. So that's contact right there from the catcher, Matthew Pazak, but that one is foul. That is number 6 hitter. So Hoagland is at least seeing Pazak at 6. Warner, the 7th hitter. Seguro, the 8th hitter, to end this game. And that's a swing and a miss. 0-2 count now for Hoagland. Hoagland this season does have 2 games with 5 innings pitched. One came against the Giants on the 21st, and another one came against the Grays on the 16th. Both those appearances, he only gave up 1 earned run. As Pazak makes contact, Johnson trying to get to it, misses it, and that's into the outfield. And Hack will get that one, as that's a base runner there for the Aces. And it will be a pinch hitter for the Aces coming in. Instead of Jack Warner, it will be number 27. Another Jack Rubin. He's played in 12 games this season, has a .241 average, 9 RBIs, no home runs. That one gets past Gagan. And that will be second base right there for the Aces. 1-0 count. Jack Rubin out of Arlington, Virginia, goes to Fordham. Spent last season there. Has recorded an RBI in his last 2 games, that coming against the Metro South County Braves and the Olney Crop Dusters. He's only one of 18 players in the Ripken League this season with a triple. This will be a mound visit for Hoagland and the Big Train, just trying to get out of this inning. And if they can get 3 outs here with a man on second, then that's 4 in a row. But knocking on wood, we'll have to see how the rest of this inning plays out for the Big Train. Rubin at Fordham had A 7.7 OPS, played in 16 games, started 8 of those, 10 hits. Didn't record a home run, but did have 8 RBIs. 1-0 count now for Hoagland. So that one is a strike. 1-1 count now. And it looks like on second for the Aces, it's Ricky Barnes. Pinch running. He's goes back. Yes, that is number 3, Ricky Barnes. He played last year at Black Hawk College. Now is committed to D2 Florida Tech. Committed there about a month ago on May 27th. So that one is a strike. 1-2 count now for Hoagland. And it's the pinch hitter, Jack Rubin. But for Ricky Barnes, his most hits in a game this season came against the Big Train on June 25th. He is base running now, so he won't have a chance to get a hit, but he's played in 12 games. So that's contact, but that's a foul ball there for Rubin. 1-2 count still. For Barnes, it's only 1 stolen base this year. Hasn't been caught stealing yet. It's Rubin make contact. That's deep into left field. And it looks like Foscolo is going to get under that, and he will. And Barnes doesn't move anywhere, so stays on second. That will be the first out. That's top of the 9th inning. That was a nice little hit right there, but it doesn't drop. It's kind of too much of a fly ball there for Rubin. And it looks like William Scrow will step in now. Shortstop for the Alexandria Aces. He is 1 for 3 tonight. Let's see if he can do any more damage as Hoagland delivers, and that one is outside for a 1-0 count. Scrow, over the course of the year, is first in plate appearances in the Ripken League. As sounds like there's some fireworks going off somewhere, as that one is low for a 2-0 count. It's not like the ones we had on Juneteenth where you could see them, but celebrating someday as Scrow hits that one down the first base line, but that will be foul, kind of towards that general mission seating in the Aces bullpen out there down the first base line. Scrow is also first in walks in the Ripken League, but 42nd in on-base percentage. His walk total is 22. His on-base percentage is a 408. Coming into this game, so he'll make contact towards Hack in center field, but he'll get under that. That will be the second out of this inning. Barnes goes back to second base. It'll be the left fielder, Liam Irving, up to hit. See if he can extend this game for the Aces. Hoagland, good piece of pitching tonight. 5 2/3 innings. Only given up 2 hits, a walk, but has recorded 2 strikeouts as he delivers. Tries to bunt, gets the bunt down, but that will go foul. Irvin still running. Doesn't hear the foul call there. So that's a 0-1 count now. As Hoagland gets closer and closer. Only 2 strikes needed. Only 1 out needed to end this game. Big Train came back, gave up 4 early runs in the first 3 innings. We're down 4-0. Bottom of the 6th, they deliver. Bottom of the 5th, actually, they deliver 2 runs. Bottom of the 6th, then they deliver 4 more runs. Now take a 6-4 lead as looks like kind of got some timeout here, maybe from Liam Irving. The home plate umpire comes over to talk to them, and it looks like we are good to go to try to see if Hoagland can finish out this game for the Big Train. It's been timely hitting for the Big Train as they have 9 hits tonight. A couple better than the Aces 6. Hoagland delivers for another strike. 0-2 count. That's the center fielder, Liam Irving. Just the fans at Shirley Povich Field get to their feet. Can Hoagland close this one out with a man on second? So that one gets away. That one will be a ball. And Barnes moves to third, so 1-2 count now for Hoagland. Povich Field kind of coming alive on this made-up game. It's supposed to be played June 12th and then June 22nd, but lots of rain in this Bethesda area, in this D.C. area. But now on June 29th, see if Hoagland can close it out here. That one looks like a ball. And it looks like Irvin did not go all the way around. No appeal towards first base, but did not go. 2 count now with 2 outs. Hoagland now, man on third, that being Barnes. Hoagland fouled back. At bat stays alive. Irving there, keeping this game going. Aces tonight are 2 for 10 with runners in scoring position. 2-2 count. So that one is a strikeout looking to end this game. And Hoagland gets out of it. And the Big Train win. Another comeback victory against the Alexandria Aces. 6-4. That was 6 innings pitched from Charlie Hoagland after 3 from Alan Soler. But for Hoagland, 6 innings pitched, 2 hits, 0 earned runs, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, one of those being the game winning, and a looking strikeout there through 73 pitches after Alan Soler's 3 innings pitched, 55 total pitches. For the Big Train, a couple guys with 2 hits. Cal Johnson, 2 hits, 3 RBIs. Emilio Gonzalez with 2 hits. Jack Gagan, the catcher, with 2 hits. TJ Gramercy with a hit, just 1, but he did have 2 RBIs. Zachary Malfazio had the other RBI for the Big Train. They'll be back in action tomorrow night here at Shirley Povich Field at 7 p.m. against the Southern Maryland Senators to close out the month of June. That's a 4-game win streak for these Big Train as they chase the Olney Crop Dusters for number 1 in the North Division. I'm Sean McAvoy. Different voice tonight on the broadcast, but thank you all for watching and listening to the Big Train Baseball Network.